whatever you want. So what I'm doing, GMB Pros, a little bit different now, Chris, is going to be every Monday for me. For example, I'm going step by step. Last week, I just went through how to find what keywords someone's ranked for using their sitemap. And next week is I'm going to go over keyword research using SEMrush or Ahrefs. So anytime like you come in here, be like, what's your topic? And then what's going to happen is I'm going to promote that topic. I also am running ads to promote the topic. We've been getting in, like if I know your topic ahead of time, I've been getting 40 to 80 clients in here, or students in here every class. So if you did a topic on whatever, then we can do that. And then I also, if I show up, I do a promotion $100 giveaway for whoever does the homework you give them. Like mine was do what I did with a sitemap hack, do it for, top 3 people in your niche and send it to me. And so as I do that, I put $100 into your account.
Slick. Nice. Well, what do these guys want to learn? I've never came here and saw this many people, to be honest. Not on my day.
Yeah, the first time we came back, this was 2 weeks ago. We had almost 80 something people, bro. It has been nuts in here as of late. So
I see somebody here that is interesting. I always see him on YouTube. Wait, where do you go? It said Rich Dev Man.
Oh yeah, Rick Dev. I know Rick Dev. He's married to, I believe, he's married to a Filipino, from what I remember. Because he's commented on my stuff before. When trying to build brand for a company that has a keyword for their business name, what's the best way to push Google to see, differentiate, and associate that keyword as your business versus the business name that's unique? We use to do it a lot of GSA, Web 2.0 links, G-Site, everything for a client. We stopped. I'm wondering if the fact we stopped mass links, we lost the brand association.
Is that a
It's someone named iPhone? You can answer it.
All right, so you're trying to build a brand.
Yeah.
So is your brand name a primary keyword, I assume?
He's saying that it has a keyword that's their business name. And how will you push Google to differentiate and associate that keyword as your business versus a business name that is unique?
By creating entity assets. So how we were able to get We Buy Houses to pop when you search for We Buy Houses was, well, we bought the domain. But the other way is we created an app on both of the stores. We created a podcast. We started submitting on the image sites and associating our logo with the name. I mean, that's the simplest way to think about it. I'm trying to connect the keyword to the brand. And once you can do that, you pretty much start popping up. So what I would start looking at is, well, how many places can I get and create entity assets, images, video, audio at scale? That's the fastest way to establish a primary keyword as a brand. Now it's not a primary keyword. When they search, you're popping for pretty much anything. So if it's like We Buy Houses, Colorado, We Buy Houses, Texas, Austin, whatever, 95% of the time we're popping. So, and that's what we did. And that's how we did it. That's my best advice. It took a year and a half. You know what I mean? But anything worth having takes a lot of time and a lot of money up front. You have to believe. So, and we did. Well, he did. My idea.
Hey, money. Chris.
Sir.
So for backlinking, right? You have your website, your service page, you create a buffer, right? Whether that be a Yelp page, a Tumblr, Google My Business page. Now, with your service or GSA scraping to blast it, right? With 1,000, GSA just to blast it, that buffer page. How does that work? How is it effective for creating links? And we're trying to control the topic, right? That topical flow, basically. So that Tumblr, that buffer site, it's all on topic. We buy houses, whatever it may be. Does that work to create backlinks to, juice it up? How does that work?
So the reason GSA specifically, since that's what you're asking really, is GSA, does it work?
GSA to buffer to page for backlink, pushing juice, helping rankings.
So when we're utilizing GSA, it's running nonstop on two different servers, depending on the project. But what we're looking to do is we're looking to beef up and power up any low equity links that come through the door, because you might get a link from a high equity website, but the page's power is very low, right? So we're looking to increase those assets. So any link you get that has a low UR, and low would be anything less than 30, trying to spike that. So that's one way. The second way is I'm not going out to create Web 2.0 assets or parasite assets, because Google doesn't reward them like they used to. The only way that those types of properties work is if I'm looking keyword by keyword and finding the assets that Google's actually rewarding based on the keyword. A lot of work. So what we found is Google rewards directories, they reward citations, and they reward, those are pretty much about it, right? So we're looking to get any low quality asset, beef that up, and then citations, directories, paid citations, PR, the Google page. And you said 1,000. Generally, we're going to run a list out on every asset. So 1 million, 2 million links.
Okay.
Yep. And yes, that's how you push it. And then you can't mix and match keywords. It's got to be brand. So stay on brand. If you're going to run GSA, it's crap. It has to be brand or naked. Never stack keywords, because it'll start getting lost in the sauce with topical relevance, because you want to take anything in order to hit scale. What I mean by anything is the sites aren't going to be, if you're flipping cars, I can't just get automotive links. We're talking about being in that link graph, right? The majestic categories, so we all are on the same page. So I have to take whatever. So the only way I can pass the most relevance is let's hit brand or naked. Never start stacking keywords up, because then it gets lost. Well, like, what kind are you? Because you're building different link. You're in different link graphs. That's the problem. So you want to stay hyper relevant on brand or naked. I don't stack keywords. We try that. We have a lot of trouble. So just stick with brand or naked for those links.
Brennan Lee, managing unverified Google business profiles with multiple phone numbers. How to handle all the different phone numbers if all going is to just one business? That's question 1.
So with that, it's money, right? So Plivo is what we really, really like. You're able to acquire numbers for 2 pennies a piece. Nobody can afford 50 cents a piece when we're trying to make 1,000, right? Well, William, maybe, but not us, right? 2 pennies a whack, right? So that's how we're going to be able to manage it. We get a dashboard. It's easy to navigate. Plus they have an API and it plugs into everything. And then on top of that, they're associated with the DSC or DRC or whatever it's called. I forget off the top of my head. So if you look that up, DSC, I think, registration, they'll give you a list of all the assets, because if Google gets wise to Plivo, because we're talking about it publicly here, I'll just move down the list. There's hundreds of companies you never heard of. And that's how you do it. Make sure they have a dashboard, make sure they have API access. And then if you can make sure you can sign it up. So that's how you manage it, and that's how you do it cheap and at scale. What's the second part?
The second part is how you dare to directly pay vendors on Black Hat World or people who PM me for discounted GSA, Ranker X, etc. Have escrow or some steps to prevent getting scammed with fake software or fake links.
The software step is, there's Facebook groups for that kind of thing that they swap and trade, right? I would stick with that because it's out in public. There's a qualification process. I would find those Facebook groups for tools. Black Hat World, you're gonna get, if you have money to test vendors, then test. Yeah. But you're not gonna, I highly doubt because the stuff you think's hot or the stuff that people are betting on, like you'll see ranking, you know what I'm saying? Like it'll be green in the ads, like that stuff's usually shit. And then you get in there and they're charging what? $1 a link, $2 a link, you get it back. If they're selling based on DA, next, you know what I mean? That's how you know right off the bat, okay, Indian, like no way.
So here's one for you. What if they're selling one based off of DA and traffic? how much traffic is going to a website.
They're hustling you because
Okay.
it's traffic going to the main page.
Yeah.
Everybody that knows anything about anything knows that when I create a guest post, the page has nothing. So
Yeah.
everything's based on, well, what's the internal link flow?
Yeah.
You know, that's why when I see that, I'm like, they're trying to pull a fast one from the door before we even cross dollars. I don't trust you from the rip.
And so here's one for everybody. Like this guy asking this. I mean, if you got the money to sit there and test vendors, it's like someone that says CTR works. I've tested probably 10 different people that say they use CTR and are the greatest at CTR. It's not as great as most people think. So, you know,
Definitely
the thing
not.
is, yeah, if you spend the money like Chris, for example, he's filtered lists and he's bought lists and he's went through the lists and then he's perfected it down to what he's got now. So why would you be trying to do the same thing unless you just got money to spend and do it? And you have other purposes like you want to build an agency and you want to have an internal linking, linkability and stuff like that. And you want to have your own, so you don't have to go out and buy them. I'd understand. But if you just need it for this client, that client, then to me, I'd be buying them for someone like Chris that's already tested vendors out and stuff versus trying to go into Black Hat World or someone PMs you and then you get burnt. Because, you know, like I remember when I first started, I did go on Fiverr and it took me to get the one good guy that I have with me, Lucky or Romeo. He's been with me for over 10 years. I probably went through 20, 25 different people to find the one, you know. So, and I do have people that I've found on there that are good, but I've spent money trying to find these people.
We retain our assets now, by the way.
Yeah.
Sell on Blackout World though.
Yeah. Skino, with Google cracking down on GMBs or GBPs, what's the best way to get your GBP approved? Chris actually touched on this in at the World Search Conference too, which I didn't think he was going to do, but should they let the citations marinate first and wait? Chris really didn't talk about marinating or none of that shit when he was there. It was,
Start pushing that shit.
he just if you want to talk about it, but this is public in public groups.
I mean I like marination. No, it's not marinating. But the best tip that I could give, I think, is, I mean, hey, there's two ways. If you want to verify and you got the cojones I like this word, cojones, you know, you can submit videos. You're not going to hit the first time. Most people get discouraged. Oh, I didn't hit. Maybe the second time you don't hit, maybe the third time, but the fourth try on a weekend, maybe you submit a video and bam, it works. So that's one way, but so much easier is, yeah, it sucks for ranking, but at least you can get a mile or two, is the service-based businesses. So, you know, having a lot more success with those lately.
Let's see here.
So you,
Mark, keep your eye out too. William and I are testing something. We're putting a package together that we're gonna put a website, a GMB, and a persona together for you. So we'll deliver it, and then I'll give it to you in a persona that you can leave in there. That way it protects you and it'll last a little bit longer. That's the idea.
I think very, very shortly here, I'm assuming our objective, Alfredo, is definitely going to be the marination. I like this word too, of accounts, right?
Yep, that's exactly it. With the persona, leave them in there. So every time the idea is you're logging in and out, making sure Google just sees one account, one browser, one, like, okay, it's kind of a real person, right? So, and then you can add to those. We're going to give you access to this persona profile. You can add to it, which is dirt cheap, but that'll be available. And so far, it's good. We got some tests going. We want to sit it a little bit longer. I got my first batch. So far it's good. We're testing it before we let it out. We're only going to do 20 people, but it will be out there. So look for that, Mark.
And there have been, and I've mentioned last time there were some people that bought a verification method from me that had stopped working, and I literally credited their accounts, and Harry can tell you, I credited their accounts for the full price of whatever they bought it from. And you can use that inside the shop however you want.
Like when they come back like 4 months later.
Yeah.
William, I'm
Oh,
waiting for
no,
that.
bro. We're talking a year later.
Oh,
We're talking about
No way.
we're talking about a year. We're talking about a year later, 2 years later, where people go running their lip.
no way.
And
That's why I did the crypto. Like it works right now. I'm gonna show you live right now. That's it. We're done.
Oh, I know. I totally get it. And I understand, but it's like, this is why I don't sell methods usually, is because people come back and they be bitching that it doesn't work. And it's like, it worked when we did it. And we had yes, Harry, we had people in the group that showed GMBs. We had people showing spammy GMBs. We had them showing the process. And then I think it lasted maybe a month, if that, but that's the way GMBs are. That's why I don't.
The thing is, William, as soon as you open up that group, you can believe all over on Facebook, everybody was selling that method.
I know.
It's not only your 33 people in the group.
Oh, I know. Trust me, I know.
Are you
talking?
Yeah.
I'm done. No, we're talking about we had a private group in which we had
The one
I
with
think
the
it
white
was
truck?
like 20 people. No, only like 20 people in it. And I'm like, I know what's going to happen, but people. And so, but because, it's funny. I've had people go, you're a scammer. It's like, what scammer gives away like fucking,
Dude, I was gonna ask
credits
you about that.
and who gives free software and free shit away? Come on, get over it.
Dude,
But
scammers. William is not.
oh,
Dude, always straight with business, dude.
so I'll give it for example. What scammer goes, hey, can I Chris comes to you, for example, he goes, hey, I want to give you, I don't know, 4 bands. I'm like, I don't want it, Chris. I don't want it.
Yeah, no.
A real scammer would have been like, nah, that's not enough, bro. That's not enough.
Run that. I've rented it. Oh, I have another. Oh, this is live on YouTube or Facebook or something.
It's everywhere except YouTube. It will be on YouTube at end of week. So at end of week, FYI,
You guys
all
almost
these
had
classes
really good.
Yeah, all those classes at the end of the week. So iPhone. So do you guys still set up IFTTT Web 2.0 and run Bling articles through those and power these up? Chris, you say those Web 2.0s have lost effectiveness. What he actually said was they're not as effective.
Right.
Doesn't mean they are not effective. It just means they're not as effective.
Yep. Those distribution rings have a place in my heart, but not for every client. Not every client is going to see that as a deliverable. They're not going to see the value, but I do have clients that is part of a deliverable for sure. But it's not a fast seller and it takes a lot of time. It's got to be a month-to-month client for that kind of stuff. There's value there for sure. Definitely to be able to hit everything like that. Hell yeah. That's a tasty little tidbit. I like those at IFTT. Now I see those dudes out there. I won't say their names. Spending $250, $300. I don't know what you charge, William. Do you sell those or no?
No, I don't spend that kind of money.
That $300 for that?
We do IFTTs, we do Web 2.0s, we do, but there's a whole process to it. It's not just, for example, in month 1, we do the branded press releases, branded backlinks, branded almost there. It depends on whenever the client comes to us. We'll look at it. If they are not being seen even in the parking lot, then I'm going after brand. If there is no brand in their Google search console, I'm going after brand. Then depending on how far they move or move at all, then in month 2, we'll do something totally different. Various
you have
things.
a heart. If they don't show up for their brand, I'm sorry, we just can't work together. Like you're not even on, even in the game. No, I put my name on that. No way.
Yeah.
No. See, you're a nice guy though.
I try.
I can't. No way. That's like a year. I got to collect money for a year to get them to catch up. Nah, I'm good. No way.
Yep.
Too much. That means
So-
that's too much. Too much.
What else we got? But we do an IFTT. I also do an entity loop. I do a bunch of new things that we've been doing, but like why I'm doing the GMB Pros the way I'm doing, I'm not trying to rank something in 3 weeks, 24 hours, none of that crap, because guess what? It's not going to last. It won't. Because Google's going to come across, they're going to close up the loop, and they're going to shut shit down or whatever. So for me, I'm trying to show y'all guys how to establish an actual business, an actual brand. I mean, we're going through the, entire step by step. It's going to take a long time. So that therefore, by the time you're done, you'll know everything we do. And we'll talk about G Stacks, we'll talk about Cloud Stacks, we'll talk about all that. Oskino, I literally get VA offers all day since then. Yep. Most of the time, I mean, even me, I have people come at me and say, hey, I have VAs that can do your lead generation. Can you handle more clients? And would you like this? I'm like, would you? And I literally will respond to them and say, have you even looked at my profile? Do you know who you're talking to here? I got like 100 of these damn things already. Yeah, I could sell them to you if you want, but
People, they're fun. People are fun.
yeah.
Man.
So
They don't even know who you are. They're like, hey, you need this. Wait, dude.
no, I mean I could
like look me up.
tell them, say, let me show you how to do an actual pitch. I mean, because we're actually going to be going through some of that with LinkedIn, because of one of the services we offer as well. And like I've been running my software and my pitch that I do automatically. I've sent out almost 500 DMs in the past, I don't know, 48 hours or so. And I've already gotten, I believe, 12 responses as of yesterday, and got 3 calls off of it. And these are people that are in high corporate end clients, not little bitty local clients type stuff. Or if they are in local, they're franchisees, which I know that's like Chris's thing. He loves them franchisees.
Multi-location is definitely.
Bingo. So any questions, guys? Any questions? Let's see here.
Hey, Chris, I know there's a few new people in here.
Yes.
Could you kind of give us the elevator pitch to Chris Palmer, how he got to this point? I know Dale's here. I think I know who iPhone is here, and they're just getting started. They're getting excited. And one of the things that because I asked them, like I've been talking to them, like what's been the difference? One, going to the conference, and then 2 is partnerships, right? So can you take them to this point? Because I show them how to leverage William Jones. I know you offer services as well, guys. Don't be shy to support Chris and what he offers and how he can plug into your process, right? But but can you take us real quick at Chris Palmer, elevator pitch?
Well, I mean, what do I do? What do I offer?
How did you get here? Yeah, like take us.
How did I get here?
Yeah, as far as like your process, your journey, right?
Oh man, that's a whole nother story for another day, right? Maybe once I get a little bigger, maybe I'll give up the tapes how we got here. But as far as today, though, I mean, I'm primarily focusing on training, right? That's one part of the business, or one leg of the business. I believe training and courses, 2 different masterminds. We do testing because I need to know what's going on. I hear a lot of stuff and I see a lot of stuff and I don't believe any of it. So we go out and we test it. And then I have like a consulting where we do this just like this. I stop at every person. I make them talk. You know what I mean? Hey, how can I help you? How can I help you? How can I help you? We don't wait, but either way. Aside from that, of course, there's free. So that's YouTube. And then on top of that, we're doing services. And the services are anything you could possibly imagine. Press releases, organic traffic, map traffic, citations for AU, CA, every single service that you need for your business, I do it. Then I have a consultancy. I sell time. So it's selling time, selling service, courses, training, and then free material. We're working on the site now. That's the piece. I keep looking at the winners, right? I keep looking at Brian Dean and Neil Patel, and I'm like, the only thing different, I even got a bald head, right? The only thing different between these guys is a few $1,000,000, right? And the blog. That's the differentiator, is that content marketing piece. Because I have all the other pieces, the ads, the YouTube, all the other stuff I got cooking. So that's pretty much, yeah, that's me. But I have a nice little story, but this is not the time for that. I do have
Absolutely. Thank you. So that was my point, guys. Is basically Chris has put in the time. Chris has put in, he's in the trenches, like I like to say it, right? We just need to come and leverage Chris in the right way, ask the right questions, right? And some of us don't know what we don't know. It's hard to ask questions. There is no dumb questions. And like Dale, for example, I say, hey, stay plugged in, right? We had Adam McChesney yesterday, right? And he talked about, social media, right? You see Chris in social media. In fact, almost verbatim, if you look at the old GMB pros, how to grow your agency, that's the first thing William teaches, right? Your banner, your, everything, like everything, there's a purpose, and stay consistency.
The one thing I would also tell you that most of them would tell you, even Chris, like, is, and I've been very guilty of this, is don't be a pitch fest. Everything you're posting is a pitch fest. Like if you've seen my Facebook page as of late, I've been posting, hey, I'm just at the beach, or these are things, my thoughts and stuff like that. Not necessarily, let people get to know you. I can tell you, like, Chris may not say a whole lot because he's a humble guy, but one of his key aspects that he won't talk about, a lot of us go through, is when Chris has had some issues happen, or YouTube channel goes down, or whatever happens, he didn't stop. He didn't go, well, I'm not going to do SEO no more because my whole channel that I worked so many years for went down. Boo-hoo me. He picked it back up and he rebuilt it and started fresh and did what he had to do. And I know certain things that he's had to do that in other areas, but most people in similar situations would say, fuck this. I mean, excuse my language, but that's exactly what they would say. I'm not going to deal with this. I remember when Jay was over here in the Philippines with me, one of the things he asked, he said, do I honestly have to go through a bunch of shit to be successful and to actually have a successful business or agency? Why, yes, little Padawan, you do. You do. And if you want to try to avoid it, you're not going to be successful and you're not going to have anything worthwhile. Like I know, for instance, Neil Patel, I remember I had the numbers one time. I don't know where the study's back, but he spends over 100 million a year on his brand. Okay. Just on his brand, so, but there are things that every one of us go through. It's like, there's Drew Kramer. We're going to be talking about him. It's like he went through, built up his agency, comes crashing down. He's rebuilding it back up. So I was telling him the other day, I said, what we're going to do, document that shit. People always talking about how to start over if I had nothing. Well, today we're going to talk about how to start over from nothing because I lost every damn thing. Same reason why I tell y'all guys, agency trenches and things I learned in my VA blunders. There are things that most of us, like go through. And if you ask them one-on-one or book a call and stuff, they'll gladly help you. Other people, they won't help you or they won't talk about it. It's either A, they don't want to help you, or they never went through it, which tells me something's a facade.
Or even getting jealous.
Yeah. Or jealousy. That's a big one.
Yeah.
Oh, and it all started selling travel club subscriptions. That's how it all started right there.
iPhone says, so when getting a map live, what's the care package you give to keep it live, for Alfredo, other than pay-per-click? which is advanced verifications can be hard at scale for multiple maps.
You know, I once knew a man. You know, what's really fun to scale, depending on your VCC provider. Did you notice that with unverified listings, you get a free $200?
Mhm.
You know what? It's an interesting thing. You know, so I mean, that's one thing. You know,
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be verified in order to find success. You know, that's one piece of it, but the steps to keep it running, I think he's asking how to keep it up and producing. Is that the objective? Is that what he's getting at?
Keep it up, because they're going to be hard sometimes to keep up and live. I've seen people get them up, they'll be up for a week and then they're down, stuff like that. But I remember what you talked about at World of Search was most people want verified listings. Of course you want verified listings, but everybody treats unverified listings like they're trash, and they're not.
No.
You could use them in 1,000 different ways to help rank assets.
1,000,000%. They give you the free website. They let you run ads on them. They pop. Yeah, they don't get your 5 miles, but you get a half a mile. And if you do your homework correctly and take a look at the map, which the Census Bureau has a beautiful map to be able to, people sell that data to zoom in on an area and figure out precisely how many people are in this range. Oh, and by the way, are they male, female? How much dough do they have? How many kids do they have? It's all right there. It's all free data. So if you pick properly, my Jedi Knight, you will find success. For sure.
And the package we're offering their iPhone is, here's the thing, it's not a method, right? And literally what happens is, like the last time we did it, is we tell people what not to do. Here's a GMB, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. And they come back a week later, William looks at it, wait a minute, here's my list of what not to do, right? And you did stuff on there. So what I'm trying to do is give it to you and protect it in that bubble, because a lot of people won't listen. Don't do this. So if you're going to do that, what I'm trying to do is you got to go into this portal, into the persona world, and do it in there. You know, it's not 100%, but right now we're seeing a good like retention rate. Right. Yeah, retention rate because of that. And then as far as scaling or multiple maps, the idea is, if long as the method works, we're just going to pop them in there for you. You're the ownership. And I'm just trying to create a bubble to protect, maybe not you, iPhone, but others that don't listen. They get antsy. They just want to attack it with
no, most people like we
stuff.
talk about is they look at their business or a GMB as an SEO, which I've said over and over, is stop thinking like an SEO. Because Google hates, in my opinion, does not like in any way, shape, or form SEOs.
Yep. 1,000% business. Business.
Yes.
Micah talks about thinking this as a business, hand-free, rank and rent, hands off, plug it in, move to the next one, right? Don't get caught in the weeds, you know, just.
That's my favorite word. Next.
Brennan Lee was mentioned, build the links on brand name and naked URL because Google loves brand. But why does Google love brand?
Because it's trust.
Yeah,
it's easier to trust.
Yeah.
With a brand comes trust, because with brand is time and consistency. Of course, they're going to help push that.
Correct.
You care about your brand, they'll care about you, I think.
Yeah, was it every brand is a business, but not every business is a brand. Every business, every brand is an entity. Every entity is a brand, but not every entity is, vice versa. So was mentioned, build the links. They trust the brand. Like
sorry.
Go ahead. Like social traffic, referral traffic, all that leads to, all SEO is, and all backlinks are, and all press releases are, and all that is you're building a brand, which means you're building trust. And the more trust you have, the higher votes you have, the higher votes you have, the more they're going to associate your keywords that you're trying to rank for with your entity, or i.e. your business. But if ranking for a person entity like a realtor or financial planner working in an organization with thousands of agents, how to build the links to even appear, their personal name as a branded term to even show up. I know exactly what you're getting at, like John Lee or whatever. That'd be, I don't touch anything when it comes to, generally speaking, when it comes to realtors. I used to do it, and it's just same thing with doctors. You're gonna have to pay me a lot of damn money to even think about it.
Realtors are super painful.
Yeah.
Yep. But some of them, man, some of them that got the hustle and understand the GMB thing.
Yeah.
If you got heart and you're a realtor, dude, we can make some serious coin, man. Come see me if you're a realtor. I have an idea.
Yeah.
Those guys there's some of them I work. Yeah. I've met quite a few. I have a guy in Coral Gables. Awesome.
Yeah.
There's a couple of them. Yeah. You have all those properties at your fingertips, dude. Man, I'll run with that.
Ronnie Rodriguez, what do you see being the biggest trend for SEO agencies in terms of managed SEO services, month-to-month contracts, custom SEO service? No, never fucking custom SEO service plans. Not at scale, etc. If you're going to do custom, you're never going to scale. Scale being, I'm talking hundreds, not just, a few, 10, 20.
See, I've talked to guys on both sides of that coin. Like I just talked to this dude, Jesse. He's starting to boom online, and he's going high ticket. Dude, he blew up. I don't know, man. I've seen a couple guys that they have very low clients, but they just bang them in the head and do very well. Yeah. But I like the scale model. You know what I mean? I think that's so much better because I think it's more about value, Plus, like it doesn't take too long. I don't know. Some clients value the services more, but I think I like productized much better. But as far as
they say, you have to have the stability first. You have to have the stability, or the clients first. Once you get the stability, you need to have the systems. Once you have the systems, then you got to scale it. Not until then. If you don't have stability, meaning I ain't got to worry about what my money's looking like every month. Okay, I got the clients coming in every month. That's fine. Now is get more clients and break your systems and fix them, and then figure out where all the holes are at. And then once you get it to a perfection, and I've done it 3 times and it's still not damn perfection. So once you get at perfection, then you at scale. Scale meaning like this. If I went to Chris right now and said, hey, Chris, I have 1,000 clients. I'm going to drop them in. Chris would probably instantaneously refund my ass.
1,000
clients. Here you go, Chris.
Woo! I don't know about refund. We can work something out, but I don't know. Take a little chunk.
You have to be able to take on any amount of clients at any time, and be able to handle it. I deliver on time. And if you can do that, then you're ready to scale. If you can't do that, you're not ready to scale. Great question. Let's see. Oh, Willie G left the building. Let's see.
What's your typical turnaround time? 30 days?
Less than 30 days now. We've got it systematized. So basically, the deliverables from my SEO clients generally happen before the end of 30 days. At the end of 30 days, I do a Loom video and I do a walkthrough for every single client and say, this is where you moved, or if you didn't move, and here's what we're going to do next. You know,
do it?
I do it myself. That's the one aspect of my business I got to do. And I also answer all tickets myself anymore.
That's the man. The official ball patter, I had to hire that. That is like crucial, man. They need a official hand holder. All right, here's how you fill out the form. Oh wait, I forgot.
I literally make Zoom. I make Loom. Like if I tell them once how to do it and they don't know how to do it, I make a 5 little minute video on Loom. send it to them saying, if you need further help, hit Alfredo or myself up and we'll walk you through it. Because, and I learned that through being screwed over and having VAs steal from me or poach my fucking clients, or not even that, having people come in that you think that you could trust and live with you and then poach your VAs as well. Okay. So I've went all around. I've went through all that shit. So I've learned my lessons. Like, no one's going my SPP but me. Okay. And all the work goes in the proof hub where all my VAs are at, and they don't mess with my damn clients at all, except to do the work.
Oh,
Okay.
that's smart.
So
So
we
intake is-
separated it.
Interesting.
Intake is me. The output is through the clients. I went through the staff, and then once they tag me, say this is done, I then tell the client, hey, it's done. Here's the deliverables. Like, I know all of our backlinks and stuff is already done for the month of October, and we still got over a week left. Okay. The blogs are almost all completely done, and we do anywhere from 10 to 40 blogs per each client. So
And you're sitting there doing the tickets.
you know how many tickets I probably have a day? Maybe 14. I ain't got many. I used to have a bunch of them. And the guy I had doing it said, oh my God, it takes me all day long to answer 40 tickets. It takes me an hour. Okay.
Yeah, if you go in there every single day, yes.
I go in there once in the morning, once in the evening. Now I only do evening half the time. I do once in the morning, and that's it. I can go in there now. I haven't went in there now because I'm on here, but generally speaking, the tickets are answered, and I can show you rather fast. I mean, so when we rebranded, we did it for, like, I'll show you, like we did, we rebranded. There was reasons we rebranded. This is my tickets. None, nada. Caught up. I got 12 to
Hit that
answer.
dashboard one time for the boys. Come on now. Hit that dashboard, bro.
Hell nah.
See that.
I ain't done. I
Let me
did
see
that
them
with
blue bars.
I did that for once with you.
See how you're getting it.
Yeah, but they
Need some motivation.
no, you got motivation. But so Ronnie says that's where you're at now, breaking stuff. So for me, when I used to teach or mentor people before, I tell them, so for example, with our systems, I didn't have the systems in place. I heard Jay asking me that before. I was like, I didn't have the systems, bro. When I started, I didn't even want to start an agency. Okay. I had someone come to me wanting a job. I said, well, let me see how many websites I can get. I got some websites come in. I've never in my life had to have 3-4 websites a month. We sell hundreds. Okay. And yes, it's cheap as chips, blah, blah, blah. But I used to sell same price on Craigslist for $100, and you think people are doing you a fucking favor whenever they bought from you. Okay. Then I brought in 2 people to train them on SEO, sat right down next to me, showed them step by step how to do it. Okay. And then we started getting clients. I started going on social media, answering questions, helping people just like Chris does on his channel and stuff. Where do you think I learned to do fucking audits from? Was from Chris and Chase. I watched them 2 people. That's it. Nobody else. There's only 2 people I watch, and that's when Chase used to do locally. I
hate on Chase, but he taught me a lot.
Yeah,
Not
that's all I
SEO
said.
stuff, but
yeah, that's what I said. There's a lot of stuff that I learned from a lot of different people, but I started going into groups. I started giving value. Then the hate came because they get jealous. Then you get kicked out. Then I start my own group. Then that group gets stolen. Then I start another group, and it's 6,000 people almost already. And you just do that. And then what happens is, for instance, when I started, got 50, 60 clients in a matter of 3 months, stuff broke. And then you figure out how to do it. Okay. So I started, you could get all different types of support panels. And then I didn't like that. So let me do a WordPress one. That worked good for a while, but then shit gets lost. And I had people keep telling me about SPP. And so let me look at it. And then I got that. And then all the staff before didn't want to use, it was Infinity, not Proof Hub. But now I understand why they didn't want to use it. They didn't want to understand or use it because I was going to be separating all my damn client information so they couldn't steal. Okay. And then stuff like that happens and it breaks. The easiest way to learn is to let the shit break. People are so scared of letting shit break. It's like I was talking to my wife about this the other day. It's like everybody wants success, but they don't want to go through the shit It's like God says in one of the Psalms, he says, I prepare a table before you in the presence of your enemies. He doesn't do it away from everybody. He wants people to talk about you. He wants people to go through the shit, because that's the only way you're gonna be successful. Break shit. The more decisions you can make, the faster you can make them. The more shit breaks, the faster you're going to scale, the faster you're going to be successful. So I've not, Brennan says, so I've not custom to scale, productize the SEO for SMB. What are the KPIs or performance indicators used so you can retain the client as long as possible? Do you have a stickability, to what's the stickability that you can do? What are you using for KPIs, Chris?
Key performance indicators for the client or for myself?
Yep, for the client.
For the client's phone calls. That's it. We don't track rank. We track internally, but for client, it's phone call, form fills. It depends. Like form fills, emails, calls is the big one. Is call volume going up? Yes or no? Are we getting more cases? Are we selling more houses? Are we getting more leads? They don't care about rank. I can show them pretty ass charts. Nobody gives a flip. I promise.
Yep.
So got
1000%.
Making that phone ring. All right, you'll be paid next month. That's it. Like I get on, I do a 15-minute call with the monthly people. Like there's, the new guys, the store people come through. Like that's different. But like the month-to-month clients that I work with, it's a 10-minute call. We're just covering, hey, where's the deficits? Where can we go? How can we get more? Like that's it, man. But
I could throw something in there too, guys. Like if you don't hit like your KPIs, the phone's not ringing, touch that customer. One thing that, in fact, Dale just taught me this and I'm implementing it in mine. Hey, by the way, we onboarded you. Hey, by the way, we did this for you. Hit them with that email with your VA.
oh, big man.
Boom, 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 customer service.
Dude.
And then if you miss the mark a little bit, okay, they're a little bit gracious. But Chris is 1000%. Nobody cares about maps. Nobody cares about on page, off page, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? It's how many people are walking in the door, how many people are calling that phone call. And if that happens, they're gonna keep paying you.
And you could be, listen, I'm getting a lot better. I hired somebody to handle a lot of that kind of thing, like he's talking about. That's so important. But when you're good and you're making that phone ring, I missed all the emails. There's still, I guarantee I get paid next month because I make the phone ring.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I didn't answer you. And yeah, you called me a couple times, but damn, that call reel's looking pretty nice though, right?
100%. Yeah. Why do you think right now there's 0 trouble tickets in our system? Because we're hitting them every day. We have that process, we're delivering them. They have access to me. So that customer service, one little mistake, they're not going to blow up and fire you.
Bingo.
Right?
Productized. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, please. But
No,
Chris is 1000%.
And I had to be straight up with you. I hired my dad. I'm training him. He's been sitting on meetings. It's $1,000 a month to sit and literally, like what you're talking about, those touches, so important. I had to go and we went and got Ring Central so we could handle that. People want to be touched. I know that sounds weird, but they want to be touched. They want to have their hand held through the entire process. See, I think it's annoying, so I never did that. But that's not the case. People want that. And if they have any type of issue, usually it's nothing big. It's not that, hey, you're selling DR30s with 200 referring domains for $10 a piece. They're happy with that. But you didn't give me any touches. You didn't let me know my order was processed. And you didn't tell me. You didn't.
Yeah.
You are so spot on, dude.
So what we do, for example, with websites now is we used to at Ring Fortress. Another thing we stopped doing night and day. We're not behind. We deliver them generally days before they're supposed to be delivered, 2 weeks or less. And then what we're also doing on top of it is as soon as we have the templating made, the header, the footer, the hero banner, we send it over to them and let them know, say, hey, by the way, the content's in process. Once I get the content, I will place it on the site. Here's the staging link so you can watch the process.
Beautiful.
And you don't know how many people, I don't get no fucking complaints from
I'm coming to
websites
get on with you,
anymore.
Do you hire it?
Oh.
You want it? Man, dude, you should just let me come get on with you guys.
I told you, just
Dude,
come
your
on over,
your
bro.
systems and processes and team and this, man, dude, we're gonna get
I already
rich.
told you, bring your ass over here. I can't wait. Tell them we'll do that and get you over here as soon as possible. So I'll talk to Kirk about getting you over here for the training and stuff. Because we definitely going to do that. And because I'm actually teaching them this week. Same thing I do in GMB Pros. I'm teaching them keyword research and some black hat and gray hat stuff.
No, don't please don't do it.
Oh, just a
That
little
crap.
bit. Just a little
Dude,
bit.
I'm erasing everything black hat to do with Chris Palmer is out of here.
I know you
I-
told me.
In private like this or like in these groups, I make the phone ring. That's my job. But like public, no freaking way.
No, that's not public. Not public. It's-
Okay. Like no YouTube, not for me anyway.
No.
No, yeah.
And most people that they're black hat SEO, you don't understand. Black hat is illegal. Illegal. Okay. True black hat is illegal. Making backlinks is not black hat.
No. That's
GMB verification is not black hat.
No, that's fun.
Come on, guys. So
These niche edits about to be going up though.
Yeah.
It's debatable.
get into
So-
someone's site and accidentally put niche edits.
$5 a piece. DR50s with traffic. What?
Wait.
Come
Yes,
on,
sir.
come and get them.
So Brennan, to answer your next question, got just a fixed list of deliverables, not tagged to KPIs or guarantees. So for instance, from a white label point of view, and I've said this before, the reason why someone like me or someone like Chris gives, well, I'll tell you from my point of view, why I give you deliverables is because most agencies, they want a bunch of fluff.
Exactly.
And they want that fluff so that instead of having a tiny little book that gives you the only thing you need, right, that actually makes the rankings, they get this big ass long list that they can go to their client and they can say, look at all this shit you're paying me for, because they think that's what the client wants. That is not what the client wants. What the client wants is fucking phone calls. And they don't even really want phone calls. It's like, how many phone calls churned over, converted to actual sales? How much did my sales increase? Like when I used to work at in the hospital clinic, we'd be like tracking, where did the phone call come from? Was it from a TV ad? Was it from a newspaper? Was it from Google Organic? Was it from Facebook? Where was it from? So I could track my income or where the money's coming from. Okay. KPIs as a percentage increase of traffic, keywords, blah, blah, blah. Nobody gets none of shit about that. And the reason why white label providers give y'all these lists of you're going to get this many backlinks and this and this and this and this is because y'all asked for it. The reason why we stopped doing GMB posts and G stacks and cloud stacks, honestly, is because if I look at everything that's actually moving the needle, that shit is not moving the needle. As much effort as it takes to make a damn G stack for us is not moving the damn needle. Now, like for instance, if you're going to do a G stack, does it move the needle? I remember Chris saying that when I was at Black Hat, was it SEO Underground? He said, G stacks don't move the, I mean, Craig did it in front of me, like G stacks don't move the needle. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? He said, Chris, come here. I'm like, Chris said something about not moving the needle. I was like, what? And then I started looking, it's like, it's not that the G stack doesn't move. Does the G stack move the needle by and in of itself? No. What you do with the G stack after you have the G stack is what moves the damn needle.
And that is the issue because a client doesn't understand that.
Yeah.
It's a bad deliverable.
So
And
do
the
you
cloud-
want to put the G stack and cloud stack on your list of deliverables to give you a book that's thick, that's 800, 900 pages versus 10 pages that there's actual, if you will, things that you can implement immediately. Like if you go to a coach, most coaches are going to give you this whole long list of stack value. No, you stacked a bunch of shit, so I'll give you your money. When in reality is the only thing you want is the end goal. That's what you want. You want the end goal. If I come to you and say, okay, I'm going to get you the phone calls, I'm going to triple your phone calls, but I'm not going to tell you nothing I'm going to do. Y'all will whine, because you go and go, well, what am I going to tell my client? I don't know. I'm not your sales rep too, bro. Not talking to you in specific, Kenan, but I'm just saying, and Brennan, I'm just saying in specific, this is why white labelers give everybody a list of shit. Like if you go to Chris's and you go to buy his, or go to buy his, you're going to see press releases, guest posts, Web 2.0s. That's it.
Well,
I'm just saying, but when you do the package, but that's what you're going to see.
yeah.
You're not listing a whole bunch of fucking deliverables just so they can.
No. Well,
You
and two, the agencies, they'll buy a PR like a Primo, and then they'll piece out like, oh, the Yahoo 250.
Yeah.
The global newsletter.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I got guys. Maybe got guys that do that. I don't know.
I have people that come in and buy our
Crazy.
SEO deals and tell me I don't need the website. I just want the SEO off. I'm like, that ain't the way this shit works, bro. That ain't the way this works. You want the website, the content, and the SEO. So one-time package deal. So we're over our time, and I got a phone call coming up and stuff.
Hey, 9 o'clock. Oh, you're in. It's
9:10 or whatever.
What are you getting for the hour? What are you charging for an hour, William?
Right now, nada.
Dude, was there an earthquake? What? What do you mean?
Nada, nothing.
Free?
Because I'm rebuilding. Because there's a bunch of shit.
It's an intake.
Yeah. So basically, I'm just trying to get people in, and once they're in, I do the sales calls for free. If they want consults, 1 hour is $9.97, basically a G. If they want, it's 5 hours, it's 3,000. And then also do one-on-one consulting and training and mentorship and all types of stuff. So,
so the sales call
is free.
Handling yourself, that's free, of course.
It's free.
To spend coins.
I used to charge $97 just to go on a phone call to sell you. And
serious clients.
And people pay it. And,
if you're serious, then you want to get in front of me.
I have people all the time. It was like, Chris charges, everybody else I know charges.
I just started. I have to because then you get people that want to come in and ask 20 minutes, a half hour, an hour worth of questions.
Chase is the one that taught me that. She's like, I want to spend no damn hour on the phone with all you dumbass people. He's like, you're gonna pay me, you're gonna get to spend time with me, bro.
Well, then you immediately kick out the tire kickers. It's $50 to get in front, and I'll take, if you order anything, I'll take that right off the top, whatever it is. I'll give you a free press release. All right, and then we'll start working.
Yeah, and I mean that's why I used to do the lives for free and everything for free, and he was like, stop that stupid shit, bro. He's like, you're gonna drain yourself and burn yourself out. So
that's what happened.
But
man, I know you gotta run, man. I'm sorry.
No, I'll talk to you in a bit.
Guys, I appreciate everyone that joined us, those in the live on Facebook, those that catch the replay. Much love, much success, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. It was great.
That was fun.
All right.
I had a good time. And you guys just cut it, and then I'm just